With schools in the coastal bend starting their year from a screen, some parents are saying there aren't enough screens for their kids. Our Ashley Gonzalez reached out to CCISD with more details.
With school districts in the coastal bend doing what they can with what they have, some parents with kids in the Corpus Christi Independent School District are left with unanswered questions, like how many devices will be given per household if there are more than one student living there. I reached out to CCISD and they say, since schools everywhere are in need of the same devices, there are limits on how many of their devices will be given out. Leanne Libby of CCISD said in a statement, the priority now is to provide one device per household that has indicated a need. Starting in May, we placed several large orders during the summer months. Due to worldwide demand, there are some delays. We will work with all families to ensure access to a robust education. Libby told 3 News, CCISD is reviewing campus inventory to identify additional devices to loan. Ashley Gonzalez, 3 News.
Corpus Christi Independent School District wants to remind parents about online registration for their kids. Registration your chance to let officials with the school district know whether you prefer online or in-person classes once their buildings reopen. Online registration also gives you the opportunity to update any personal information, designate emergency contacts, and submit any missing paperwork. Remember, the first day of remote learning for CCISD is this coming Thursday, August 13th. Meanwhile, Bishop ISD has decided to delay the start of school until Monday, August 31st. The district also saying they will not be enforcing school uniforms. Again, that is only for Bishop ISD. As we previously reported, several area schools have released their planned start dates for classes. And of course, depending on how things continue with the pandemic, these could change. And these are just some of them. School leaders, please contact us to make updates reflecting any changes that you may make.